So it's Bastille Day here in France, and millions of people across the country are gearing up for huge celebrations that will happen today. You can imagine there's still a pretty massive terror threat when you have these kind of crowds gathering around the country. And for that reason, the police and the military are out in force. In Paris alone, they've deployed 12,000 police officers, and they've got special operations police on every train running in the country. And that's because they know that threat is real. The French government has actually done a pretty good job cracking down on the terrorists. As a matter of fact, in 2016, we saw an attack virtually every month. And so far this year, we've only had 2 terror attacks. And that comes down to 2 things. Number one, the government has gotten much better at thwarting attacks. We've had quite a few thwarted attacks in the last year. And number 2, the United States and other countries have done a good job of just decimating ISIS across the globe. But the bottom line is, today is the 2-year anniversary of the huge terror attack that took place in the south of France, in Nice, where a terrorist plowed into a crowd of people like this one behind me and killed more than 80 and wounded almost 500. I wanted to see the place where the attack happened, and since it was the 2-year anniversary, I jumped in my car and drove 10 hours from Paris to Nice to see the celebrations and to see what kind of memorial they had planned for the 2nd anniversary of the attack. I was the only American journalist in attendance.
Just to give you an idea of how on edge this city is, here in Nice just a few days ago at a soccer game, somebody let off some sparklers and it caused a stampede and 27 people were taken to the hospital. It just goes to show that people still don't feel very safe here because they know that they're still a target. So this is the city of Nice. This is the promenade along the beach in the south of France, right along the Mediterranean. This place used to be famous just for its beautiful beaches and beautiful women, but now it's infamous for the tragedy that took place right here about this time 2 years ago tonight on Bastille Day, as a madman drove a 19-ton cargo truck right through this crowd and murdered scores of people. But there's a lot of security here tonight for obvious reasons, and they've made other changes as well, like the bollards that are posted along this road to make sure that something like that will never happen here ever again.